Hello, beautiful and blessed ones. It is Marsha Gauntlet Kirby, and welcome back to the channel. Today is all about my collab with STYLEWE, and I am very excited. All right, we don't want to be here all day, so let's roll the tape. All right, we're gonna jump into the video. So, STYLEWE contacted me a while ago. I was not great about checking my my brand email, the brown face email. I check of course, my regular work email all the time. But yeah, I wasn't good about checking my email. So they reached out to me for a collab earlier this, I think it was during the summer. Yes, during the summer. So we're gonna leave it there. Anyway, fast forward, I contacted them. I replied to the email to see if the collab was still on. They said yes. They gave me all the instructions, sent the select sheet, and here we are. I've seen other STYLEWE videos, and a few things have piqued my interest. But when I responded, when I responded to do this collab, I was keeping my style, the three pillars of my style in mind. So I keep saying it over and over. I have a very free spirit type of style. I wear whatever it is that I want, to any color, anything. Anywho, but at the core of that free spirit style is suits, suited, sexy, and casual / cool. Y'all remember TLC? What, Crazy, Sexy, Cool? So I'm suited, sexy, cool, or / casual. So I kept that in mind when they sent me the select sheet. So the first piece up is what I'm wearing right now. I will consider this more casual. I wear a lot of knit pieces and sweatsuits, y'all, in the the winter, fall and winter. And you guys know I like bright colors, so that's why I selected this very bright yellow knit piece. It is a dress. Now, the one thing I didn't, so most of the pieces are medium because I usually wear a medium. I can wear some smalls, but I was not sure about the sizing for STYLEWE because I've seen polarizing views when I am watching STYLEWE reviews. So I just said, let's get everything in a medium. This dress I could have sized down probably 3 times. It's oversized, and if you're looking for not oversized, it's very stretchy. It's a very stretchy knit. If you're looking for that, then if you don't want something that's not going to hug you too much, then this is a great dress for you because I got my regular size. But I should have known better because usually in knit dresses, I do wear a small. Although I could have gotten an extra small in this, but it's fine. Now, the one thing I noticed when I was trying it, because today was like the full try on, when I was trying it on today, it gives like an hourglass shape, which I do have an hourglass shape. But if you have, if you're more hippie, it's going to really accentuate that because of where they put the pockets. Now that's one good thing. Another good thing about the dress, it has pockets. The dress it's not a thick knit, it's very light. So you would have to know, somebody like me, I get cold very easily. So I would have to wear some kind of like a tank or like a slip dress or some type of, like those pieces from Uniqlo to keep me warm if I'm gonna go out in like very cold weather. Today wasn't that bad when I went to shoot, even though I shot this one inside. It wasn't that bad, but when it gets colder, I am going to have to put on something. I'm gonna have to layer up with this, but I love the color. And even when I was thinking about like accessories, bags, I was like, so many things can go with this color, with yellow, green. I pulled out a green bag, but I didn't use that. Red, I do, in the thumbnail, you see me post it with I think that's the thumbnail I'm gonna use. Yeah, I tried it on with a red bag, not in the clips. I left the bag and I said, let me just get the B-roll out. But I had it on originally with a red bag. The red looked really good. Brown, of course, to tone it down. Like if you don't really do that much color, but you want to tone it down. So this is something that I would just pop on. My job is for the most part very casual, so I can wear something like this to work, church, out with the kids, extracurricular activities for the kids. This dress can be worn for a couple occasions, so that is one of the reasons why I chose this piece. With this yellow dress, I styled it up with because it was supposed to be casual, I styled it up with my Louis Vuitton earrings, and then I threw on this, is it a pageboy cap from Zara? It's a plaid pageboy cap. And then I just put on some neutral boots. But I was even thinking of wearing brown boots, but I said, nah. So I went with my I went with these neutral or beige color boots from Madewell. All right, next up, we are within the sexy pillar. So when I saw the dress, I actually wanted it in green, but I felt like the green would have come off looking a little inexpensive. So I said, you know what, let's go with like a black or a dark color. And y'all know I like brights. I'm not really a big fan of like black or mostly black. And the green, now that I'm looking back, I'm thinking about it, this dress, the colors, I was like, wait, does it look too waitress? Look too much like a waitress? But anywho, it's fine because when I tried it on, you'll see in the B-roll, I added a pop of color with my bag. In the B-roll, you'll see me style up the dress with, I totally forgot, I think I had on these earrings and I was like, it doesn't go. So I popped them off and just forgot to put on earrings. So you would see me, no earrings, but you will see me style it up, like I mentioned, with my green Verano Hill bag to add a pop of color. And you also see I've got these boots, was it last year or the year before? I want to say, I think it was the year before. These little booties from Zara, which I love because they hug my ankle because I have small or slim legs, small ankles. And then, so they hug my ankles. So I tried it on and I think it makes it look, with the dress, it makes the flow seamless. Now, this is something that I am planning to wear to work. So I think it's a mix of sexy and suit because it looks like a suit, especially with the tie. And you guys know I love ties and ties are big this season. A lot of people are incorporating ties into their wardrobe. So and then with the bag, I paired this green bag. I love this green bag. This green bag is by Verano Hill. My husband got it for me. But I love the fact that the dress is, you can see the print is like this diagonal shapes in the dress. And the bag also kind of gives a similar effect. So I thought it was just a really good pairing. Now, this dress is a medium and I am a small, we got small curves over here. It's a small hourglass. But if you are more ample on the bottom, you're gonna have to size up, which it's I don't know, because, and if you're wider on the bottom, because let's say you're pear shapes are usually smaller on the top and wider on the bottom, then if you size up, the top is most likely going to be too big. So and this dress, it doesn't have that much stretch. It is polyester. It's a thick polyester, but it is polyester. But I love the shape it gives for me. Like I said, my small hourglass, I love the shape it gives for me. I probably will, I'm not big on shapewear, but I think I'm going to have to wear some type of shapewear under the dress just to make the lower half, because it does make me look a little bit more hippie, a little boop on the bottom, which I do like. But I think I'm gonna have to wear shapewear on the bottom just to smooth it out. And I didn't have on the best underwear because I'm about to go to the gym. I had on my gym clothes, my gym undergarments when I was trying on the pieces. So just shapewear or better underwear would give the bottom just a smoother effect. All right, these next two suits, I can't choose which one I love more, but we're gonna talk about the first one because I saw my BFF, B from Be About Town. She had put up a reel. She didn't say where the suit was from, or maybe I missed it. She put up a reel with this suit and I was like, that suit is off the chain. That suit just screams Marsha. I mean, it screams Marsha. And then she put up a reel, I think a few days later. It probably was like a preview to her collab with STYLEWE. And then when I found out it was from STYLEWE, I said, this cannot be. That suit is bad, honey. Okay, it is bad. So when I was in communication with STYLEWE, I knew that I wanted to get that piece. B and I, we love similar items, two different style aesthetics, but we love similar items, and we do have two different body types. She is more pear-shaped. I am, like I said before, I keep saying small hourglass, but I'm an hourglass shape. In the B-roll, I paired it with my, I love these earrings. These earrings that I got from it's either Shein or Amazon, I don't remember, but they sell similar items. So I tried it on with these earrings, which I love because it just gives warrior, it gives, I don't know, it gives fashion. And then I also paired it with my bustier from It's from Inc., the INC, is it International Concepts? Yeah, International Concepts, which is sold in Macy's. I've had this for years and I love this little bustier top. And then I also paired it with my Vince Camuto pumps. And I can never remember the name of these pumps, but it gives like an 80s look, the way it's shaped in the front. And then I pulled out my, what bag did I put on with this? Shucks. Oh, my Brandon Blackwood to give a pop of color. So because, you know, I black and the leopard print, and I just think that orange just makes it look delicious, okay? Just brings out all the deliciousness of the leopard print. And then I also, because when I was thinking about styling it up, I was like, this will go fly with a pair of sneakers because the suit is multi-versatile. It's versatile. You could wear this casual, you could wear this sexy, you could wear this to work, depending on what you pair with it. So I put on my, for the second part of this, I put on my Adidas sneakers, which I haven't worn yet, but they're bright and I love the way it looked. And I just grabbed the Brandon Blackwood bag as well. The trunk, even though the Brandon Blackwood trunk is orange and the shoes are more pink, I think it still goes. You really can't tell. Like the sneakers look like they could be a mix of orange and pink, but it's pink and pink. But anyway, I just love the pop of color that you can pair with this suit. It's fabulous. All right, last but not least, I don't even know what to tell you. I think this is my favorite piece. Because it's unique. It's a suit, which I love, but then it has the, how do I say this? They're jodhpurs, I think, yeah, jodhpurs. Yeah, I think I said that right. I'll put it on the screen if I didn't say it right. And it's a suit. So all right, I should have said this first. When STYLEWE reached out to me, they gave me a tentative shipping date. The items came actually quicker than they said the items were supposed to get here, I think around early November. I got the items in October because they came the day before we usually have our big faculty meetings, our big meeting at my job. And when I got them, I was like, wait a minute, I could wear these pieces. I was thinking of the dress and I was thinking of this suit I'm going to show you now to wear for the meeting. But then the weather, when I got up the next day, the weather was not cooperating. And I couldn't, in my head at the time, couldn't figure out what type of shoe I was going to wear with the suit. But anywho, I selected this blue or navy pinstripe suit. Now, again, I could have sized down with this jacket. But I didn't know. I figured because, again, I wear mediums in blazers. This, I could have went down to a small. I dare say I could have probably went down to an extra small. So I'm not sure if the jacket is supposed to be oversized. It does have the strong shoulder pads and the strong shoulders. So maybe it is supposed to be oversized. Anywho, I think when I decide to wear it, I may move the buttons over because that shouldn't be I don't think it should be too much. I'll move the buttons over just a little bit because I'm not a big fan of oversized on me, but what saves this for me is the belt. If it didn't have a belt, I think it would just, I don't know, it'll look like, it looks okay, but because I don't like the oversized look on me, it just looked like it was hanging, you know? Anywho, I don't have there's no shirt underneath, but of course, going into the office, I can pair this with a white shirt, a yellow shirt, a pink shirt, any kind of solid shirt. I probably would go more with white. You could pair it with a turtleneck. In the B-roll, I have it on with it's like I'd say archival piece. Who says that? Is that Jeronica Mycia? Anywho, I've had these, they're like brogue booties from Zara. I think these are like the first pair of shoes I got from Zara, booties, and I still have them. But I love the way they look with the suit. And then I pulled out, the big girl, okay? I pulled out my Kiss Lock bag. I was able to score the burgundy one. I pulled it out for the look because this is something I will most definitely wear into the office. For the earrings, I left on, because I forgot, I left on the Louis Vuitton earrings, but I think it works actually. I really think it gives a mix of like street and suited, so street/suited. So oh my gosh, y'all, I love the suit. The one thing I would say, if you are interested in this suit, when I was ironing the suit, how do you say it? The lining there's too much lining. So when I was ironing it, it's almost like the lining was, the lining could potentially go lower to show under the suit, if that makes any sense. So I had to push it down. I had to iron it. I had to iron it very, very flat so that it'll stay that way. I think that has to do with the way it's sewn or the stitching, because there's too much. Because usually I think you'll pull the lining taut and then sew it, but there's like a little bit too much lining. So that's the only thing. You can't really see it. Once you iron it flat, you'll be okay. You can't really see it, but that's the one thing to make note of. All right, beautiful ones, that is it for this collab with STYLEWE. Let me know which was your favorite piece, which was your favorite look. Everything will be linked. Hopefully they're still available. Everything will be linked down below, and there is a coupon code courtesy of STYLEWE in the description box. I will talk to you next time. Have a safe and blessed week. Bye.